Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make your very own hidden K-cup drawer. I've gotten over 20 million views on this thing on TikTok, and I feel like it'd be cool to just show you how to make your own. It's pretty simple. It's a drawer, right? And this middle part here holds all your K-cups. The side pieces are your guides, and those are drawer glides. And then this is the front piece. That's pretty much it. You get one of these L-shaped rulers, and you want to mark off where your long lines are going to be. The measurements are in the description. This is going to be a 10-inch wide middle section to this K-cup drawer. So we're going to do 4 rows, and then 4 rows on the long way, and then 8 rows going the short way. So that makes for 32. If you got more than 32 intersections, you really did something wrong, right? Doesn't that look clean? Good job. You're awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just do a real quick dry run to see if we can fit our 32 coffee pods right there where we want them. And it looks like we do. So we're doing good. All right, then the next thing you're going to do, get rid of the pods, take a drill with like maybe a 3/64 or maybe a little bigger drill bit, and just create little divots right there where the lines overlap. These are going to help you in a minute when you're going to drill your holes. Maybe you're a super pro and you don't need to do that. This is a hole saw that is just barely narrower than the base of the K-cup. It has a pilot bit, and what we want is for that pilot bit to go right where our divot is. God, that is the worst footage in the history of YouTube. Look at that. That's like nightmarish Blair Witch stuff. Anyway, you want to set the depth of your hole saw to be slightly deeper than half the thickness of the board. The reason why is because getting the little cookies out of the hole saw is a pain. So if you just go a little over halfway, then flip it over, it releases before it gets too buried in there and it's easier to take out. Good job. All right, you're going to be here a while. Get comfortable. Maybe do this in a little bit of sessions, but this is the part of the project that's not so great. Makes you want to go out and spend thousands of dollars on a CNC machine. That'll really irritate your neighbors. Anyway, 32 holes. Look at that. They're all lined up. That looks so good. I'm very happy with that. All right, so we're back over here. Now we're going to deal with our guides here. And basically I made 3 lines by sticking them together. And I'm going to make holes using this Craig pocket hole bit. It is sharp, like super sharp, scary, scary sharp. But it creates a flat bottomed hole so that you can mount things with. So you put that on the drill press. Now what I want here is I don't want the drill bit to go all the way through. I want it to go down to about 1/8 from the bottom. Maybe, don't go any farther than that. And so you set your drill press to do that. Oh, that is terrible footage. Man, that's awful. I'm an actor. I'm offended. I'm not a director, but seriously. Way too hot. It looks like we're in an earthquake or a nuclear fire. Just awful. But the holes are turning out good. I'm really happy with that. There's 6 of them total. And again, be very careful with that bit. It's super sharp. All right, there we go. We got our 6 mounting holes. That's awesome. All right, so now we're going to go back over to our project. We're going to put those back. And if you'll notice, the drawer glides are now an appropriate size. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of do a dry fit of everything, see if we made any mistakes. And we did. The guy in the video was a moron and bought drawer slides that are a little bit too long, but since it's underneath the cabinet, no one will see it, he doesn't care. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the drawer slide apart, and you want to take the skinny part and put it up against the actual drawer. You just flip that little lever and it should slide off really easy. You do not have to force anything with these things. If you're pushing too hard, you're doing it wrong. So you're going to use the screws that are provided, 3 per thing, and just get it attached to your drawer. Now you're going to put the other part of the glide on to see if you have a good fit. It should not have any resistance. If it does, that means something's way out of whack or warped and you're going to hate it. So then you do the other side and check it. All right, take your time with this. Drill pilot holes, makes life easier. Take your time. All right, so now we're going to take all that off and we're going to set the main part aside, because now what we got to do is take the other part of the drawer glide and attach it to our guides. So I'm going in slow motion here, so maybe you won't notice that I accidentally deleted some footage of me attaching these, but it's basically the same thing. 3 screws per thing. Do it just like you did the other thing. Then you slide it back on. Again, it should go real easy, and if it does, you did a great job. And I know you did, because you're awesome. Okay, now what do we got? Well, we need to put the front on, right? We can't open this drawer without the front. So what we're going to do, first we're going to line it up to make sure it's wide enough. And if it's just a little too wide or something, you can fix it with sanding. But you want to use pocket screws for this. Don't attempt to glue this piece together, because it is not good to put end grain with edge grain. It will come apart. So just a couple of pocket screws, right? This idiot used maple, which was really hard to get through, but that bit is so sharp it still did. So 2 is enough. You don't really need to get carried away and do 4 or 5 pocket holes. 2 will get it done, right? So now what we're going to do, we're going to put the front on there, and you can just try to hold it in place and line it up like this moron, but that's really not good, because the thing will creep. Or look, he learned his lesson and put a clamp on there. That's the best way to make sure it lines up, because the front is the same depth as the sides. Okay. All right. Yeah. Great job. The clamp really helped out. Now, basically, your drawer is done. Let's test it out. Oh, look at you. You're doing great. Yep. Yep. All right. Nice and smooth. And it has a positive lock at the end. And these are our mounting holes that we drilled earlier. That will face down. Okay. So this is now what I'm going to do. Okay. See, I want you to pretend that that is the bottom of your cabinet, right? I love you guys, but I'm not putting any more holes in my kitchen. So just pretend that's the bottom of your cabinet. You got some dishes in there from me that I made. And that is where the drawer will basically be mounted, is underneath. So what you do is you get underneath that cabinet. You can hold it in place with one hand if you're really skilled, or get some clamps if you're really smart, and just use 6 pocket screws to mount that thing into the cabinet. Make sure you use the appropriate length screw so that you don't go all the way through the bottom of your cabinet. Look at that motion. That's awesome. You did good, buddy. Good job. Oh, look how fast he got off the ground. That was in real time, no editing. All right, now let's test this out. Hopefully this isn't like super slow footage. That's kind of borderline too slow, but we're getting there. It looks like it's working just fine. I could have sped this up just a little bit more, I think. But hey, we're here. 32. Boom. Good job, dude. All right. Well, that's it, folks. That's how you make it. Now, if something in here didn't make sense, please ask nicely in the comments for me to explain something, and I'll make a YouTube short that will maybe clarify it. I would love to do that. I went through this kind of quick, but basically, I need you to subscribe, because, God, I need subscribers. It's awful. I have like 824. I need to get to 1,000. It's killing me. I'm losing one a day. I don't know why. It's awful. Anyway, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. And again, got any questions, ask away. And thanks for stopping by. Take care.